Hey YouTube, I had a video idea that came because of a client of mine. And I kind of like want your opinion, but at the same time, I just want to vent for a second because it like really made my blood boil when I heard this woman's story. She's a client of mine. I've been working with her for a while and I've become pretty close with her. And we have a Marco Polo group for weight loss support. And in this group, she had disclosed some information regarding a conversation that she had had with her husband. And her husband is a very successful man. He makes good money and he spoils her, monetarily speaking. And in return, he told her he expects her to be a trophy wife. So there's a few things I have to say about that. Now, number one, like I'm a huge advocate for take care of yourself and look good. And when your man walks in the door, have dinner ready. And that's, you know, if you're not working full time like he is, and, you know, have, you know, look good and wear cute clothes and put your face on and make sure your hair is done and like try your best to be your best all the time and always grow, never stop growing. Like that's all me. And I'm so for that. But when it comes to somebody telling you basically that you're not good enough or that makes you feel down about yourself or tells you that you need to be nearly anorexic skinny in order for you to be good enough for them, that bothers me really bad. So I've been stewing on it for a couple of days, right? I've been thinking about it and I'm like, what is a trophy, right? What's a trophy? First of all, a trophy is an object typically that is earned. And it's to be, I was also listening to Meghan Trainor, and I'm sure that that did not help. I would not consider myself to be a feminist in any way, but some of the lyrics of Meghan Trainor's songs are pretty feminist. And there was one that was talking about, like, put me on a shelf, like I'm a trophy, right? Be a trophy wife. And so that kind of like really got me thinking about this whole thing. And I was like, you know what? A trophy is, I want to look up the definition. So I did, and it says that it's an object. Sometimes it's like silver or whatever. In past times, like in Greek past times, it was like the army that you fought. It was their war items. When they lost, you took their stuff and you hung them up on a wall. And it's supposed to be like a reminder of something that you have accomplished, something that you have won, or something that you have done good, right? So then I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, first of all, you have to earn a trophy. So first thing I'm going to tell you, ladies, is if he does not deserve a trophy for the way that he treats you, if he does not deserve that trophy, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. If you're going to be a trophy wife, then he has to earn that. So he better be reciprocating. Okay, that's first thing. Secondly, and on top of that, I mean, I believe wholeheartedly that a man's woman, not in a possessive way, but you know, your woman is a direct reflection, a mirror image of how she's treated and how she's taken care of. So if she looks great and she's acting great, I think that has a lot to do, like it reflects a lot back on her man. All right, so next, right? Okay, so you've got a trophy wife. So like lots of different people have a different view. When like they think of trophy wife, some people think of Barbie. Some people think of a woman who's incredibly successful in the marketplace and makes a ton of money. Some people think of a wife that's home raising and homeschooling children and like cooking apple pie all day and like, you know, scratch made chicken pot pie for dinner kind of thing. I'm kind of like a fusion of all of those things put together. I have certain things I'm really good at. There are certain things I suck at. Cleaning is one of them. I'll be the first person to tell you that. I suck at organization. That is not me. My brain is like squirrel, as you can tell if you've ever watched one of my videos. That's just how I roll. But I was, you know, sitting around here thinking about all of these things and thinking about like what people's definition is of a trophy wife. And I was like, I bet you that just like, you know, a weight loss goal is different for every single person and a goal body is different for every single person. I know that my version of what a trophy wife would look like, act like, be like is probably completely different than my next door neighbor's. If I were to go knock on Mindy's door right now, I'm pretty sure she'd be like, oh, well, I think it's like this. It'd be completely different from mine. So that's another thing to consider is sit down and be like, okay, what is your version of a trophy wife? If that's something that they want. Okay. So next, the idea of making somebody that type of a possession kind of bothers me, but to take it another step further and to demand a trophy wife and to tell your spouse that they are not a trophy already really bothers me. You should always try to be your best and you should always try to give it 100%. You should always want to grow. You should always want to be constantly getting better. Like regardless if you're with somebody or not, you should be trying to be better, trying to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, right? So for somebody to sit there and say, no, you know, you're not a trophy wife and I want a trophy wife. I deserve a trophy wife. That level of entitlement's gross to me. But if that is the case, make sure that that person earns it before you give that to them. And if not, I want you to look at your weight loss as a trophy itself. Whether or not you're doing this for somebody else or if you're doing this for you, which number one, you definitely should do this for you, but sometimes we hate ourselves so much that it's hard to do anything for ourselves. But at the end of the day, we walk with the trophy. We walk as the trophy wife or the trophy person. The trophy is the fact that we can look at our old clothes and our old photos and say, I am not that anymore. I have lost XYZ. I am confident. I am strong. I am determined. I am diligent. I am a warrior. Like, I can do this. That in itself is a trophy to hang on the wall. That is something to be proud of. That right there is the trophy. There's no reason for any of us to feel anything less than that. We should have something that makes us feel like we accomplished something, like we did so good, and we deserve a good pat on the back. We deserve to be confident. We deserve to love ourselves exactly the way that we are. Sometimes we have a different version of what that self-love needs to look like or what we need to look like in order to accept ourselves. We have a vision of what we want to look like, and when we don't, get to that place and that vision, we beat ourselves up, which is really sad. But at the same time, like, if you've got a goal, you need to reach it. You need to push for it. I know in my heart that you can do it because I did it, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and it will be the hardest thing, if not one of the hardest things that you will ever have to do. But it's worth it. So just do your very best to be your own trophy. Let that be the trophy. If you're going to be a trophy wife, make sure that he deserves it. Or get that trophy for you. Hang that trophy on your wall. Look at those old pictures. Look at that old pair of fat jeans. Do whatever it takes. But if you're going to be a trophy wife, make sure that you define that. Make sure that you know to yourself what that looks like, what that is. Because if you don't know, it's really hard to shoot for a bullseye or a target when you don't even know where it is. You're just like, oh, it's just kind of like somewhere over there. How are you supposed to hit that? Like, maybe luck will get you there, but until you define that goal, like as precisely as possible, as detailed as possible, it's nearly impossible to hit that. My name's Christina. Thanks so much for watching this video. I have a whole slew of them on my channel. Some are old, some are new. They're all pretty freaking relevant. If you want to go watch them, great. If you liked me, awesome. If you don't, I really don't care. I'm a mom. I've got 4 children, and I have been doing these videos for a long time, helping people lose weight. I lost 95 pounds in a little less than 8 months. This would be my 6th anniversary of losing that weight. Now I help people do the exact same thing because I know what it's like to be miserable, hate yourself. So if you might be in that boat where you are super tired, super miserable, and you feel like just, and I want to do something to change it, right now is the time. I got an awesome challenge going on. I'd love to help you. All you got to do is text me, email me. I am crazy and put my phone number on YouTube for anybody and everybody who wants to write me. My number is 864-381-9049. Again, 864-381-9049. My email is coachmechristina@gmail.com. That's coachme, Christina with a K, Kristina @gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get, any kind of information I can and how I can help you, because that is my goal, is to be able to help you reach yours. Have a great one wherever you are and whatever you're doing right now.